There's Granny Smith. Not that I was ever scared, 'cause I wasn't. I'm a pretty good actress when I want to be. Granny?
Yep.
Today we're learning about the 13 colonies. A colony is an area settled by a group of people outside their country. Who established colonies in North America? European explorers first started sailing to North America around the year 1000. About 500 years later, Christopher Columbus landed in the New World. Soon, people from England, Spain, France, and other countries began making claims to the land and settling in North America. People were already living in the area, and many were killed by settlers. Others died of diseases that were spread from the settlers. Still others were forced into slavery or forced to move off their land. One of the earliest settlements was established by the Spanish in 1565 in St. Augustine, which is now part of Florida. In 1607, English settlers founded Jamestown, which is now part of Virginia. The settlers had moved there to gain more land and wealth and have a better life. In 1620, the Pilgrims landed in Plymouth, which is now part of Massachusetts. They'd moved because they wanted freedom to practice their own religion. Over the next 100 years, European settlers founded colonies all around the east coast of North America. What were the 13 colonies? The 13 colonies were English territories established during the 1600s and early 1700s. They were Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. The 13 colonies were ruled by the King of Great Britain. The colonists kept ties to England, but adapted to a new way of life. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Rhode Island were the New England colonies. New England colonists grew crops and fished to feed their families and use for trade. Many New England merchants brought goods over from England to trade with other colonists, so ports around New England became busy centers of trade. The meeting house was the focus of many New England communities, and it was used for business, religious services, and town meetings. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware were the middle colonies. Many colonists farmed wheat and other grains and traded with people all over the colonies. In fact, the middle colonies were known as the bread colonies. People in the middle colonies also built factories to produce iron, paper, and also textiles or cloth. Many people in the middle colonies came from different European countries and practiced different religions. So the culture of the middle colonies included a mix of different traditions. Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia were the southern colonies. The soil in the southern colonies was good for farming, and many colonists ran plantations. They grew crops like sugarcane, rice, cotton, and tobacco. African slaves were brought over in the early 1600s, and plantations relied heavily on them. In the 1700s, African slaves made up almost half the population of the southern colonies. Slavery wasn't abolished until 1865, well after the United States of America was established. How did the colonies become the United States of America? The colonists had to pay taxes to the British government, and they did not get to choose their leaders. The colonists decided to separate from Great Britain and establish their own independent government. In 1775, fighting broke out between the colonists and British soldiers, and the American Revolution began. The war finally ended in 1781. Later, in 1787, the Constitution of the United States was written and signed. The 13 colonies became the first 13 states of the United States of America. Where are you going, Moby? You're going to start a new colony. What did the painting say to the wall? I've been framed. It's a present for Jin, my pen pal in China. He's never been to America, so I'm sending him stuff that tells about our country. Good idea, Moby. We should give Jin a flag. It's an important symbol of the United States. What is a symbol anyway? A symbol is something that stands for something else. Well, a heart is a symbol of love, and a dove is a symbol of peace, and a four-leaf clover stands for good luck. Oh, right. A horseshoe also stands for good luck. Different symbols can stand for the same thing. What are some objects that stand for the United States? The American flag is a symbol of the whole country. It has 50 stars, which stand for the 50 states. And there are 13 stripes, which stand for the 13 colonies that became the first states. Each state has its own flag, too. I love looking at state flags because they're all so different. Each state also has trees, animals, and even fossils that stand for the whole state. Oh, right. I almost forgot. The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, and it represents strength and freedom. The Liberty Bell also represents freedom. The Liberty Bell used to hang in Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The bell rang to announce the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Liberty Bell stands for freedom and independence. Yeah, that is a big crack. That's the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886 as a sign of friendship. It's on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. Many immigrants, or people who came from different countries, used to reach America by boat. The Statue of Liberty welcomed them to their new home. The Statue of Liberty stands for freedom, hope, and friendship between countries. A symbol doesn't have to be an object. It can also be a building. What are some buildings that stand for the United States? This is the Washington Monument. A monument is something that is built to honor an important event or person. The Washington Monument was built to honor George Washington. He helped the United States become a country and was the first president. He's known as the father of our country. Well, that's the Lincoln Memorial. It honors Abraham Lincoln, a president who kept the country together during the Civil War and helped to end slavery. No, that's not a memorial. That's the White House. The White House is where the president lives and works. The Capitol building is where Congress meets. And the United States Supreme Court House is where judges make decisions about laws. These 3 buildings are symbols of the United States government. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me, Moby. What other ways do we honor the United States? The Star-Spangled Banner is our national anthem. That means it's a song that stands for the whole country. Some classes face the flag to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise to respect the United States. What else is a symbol of the United States? Good idea. There's that saying, American as apple pie. Moby, what else did you put in there? What's in December that isn't in any other month? The letter D.